Hello everyone, today I'm doing a video on how to carve this awesome pumpkin that's right here, and it's how to carve a scary pumpkin easy tutorial. This tutorial is going to be very easy. As you can see, this is not too professional, but the pumpkin looks really awesome and scary. So enjoy, please subscribe and like if you do enjoy. And if I put the top on, the candles will go out, so enjoy. Let's get started right now on the pumpkin carving part. So first of all, of course you'll need a pumpkin, and pumpkins are really easy to find. You can just find a pumpkin at Walmart or like at a store. If you want it like a good pumpkin, then maybe a pumpkin patch. So this is just a pumpkin. I think this one's from a pumpkin patch. And if you want your pumpkin to be pretty, maybe like have a lot of the stem on it. This one even has these cool like string things. That's why I got this pumpkin. And also make sure you get a pumpkin that's like not scratched, that looks pretty, that doesn't have as much fractures and stuff. On this pumpkin there is this thing on the back where it was just laying on the ground when it grew, but that would be the back of the pumpkin, so that's not that important. And now I'm gonna tell you the tools that you're gonna need to carve a great pumpkin. And after I get through my disgusting mess of supplies, you would want to have a pumpkin carving kit, because those are easy to use to make a great pumpkin. Or if you don't have a carving kit, then you can use a basic knife or a sharp knife to make it easier. A knife works really good too. So as you can see here, or you don't see, right there, here is the pumpkin carving kit and a huge mess. Also, you'll need like a marker and you know why you need a marker? Hold on, I'm gonna get through my mess of equipment again and turn on my lights. Now, over here, you also want like a template, and you want to plan how your pumpkin's gonna look, what face it's gonna have. So you can use a pumpkin face template, and you could draw it out like I did. Over here, you see I drew on a paper. Here's the mouth, and this is only half of the mouth, because so both sides of it are equal. So I'm gonna draw out one side and then flip it and draw on the other side with the Sharpie onto the pumpkin. So I made like really sharp and scary teeth. You can see how it's gonna look there. And also I made the eyes. Here's the eye, the left eye, and it's gonna look like this. And the other eye is gonna be right here. And then the nose, it's like a scary skull nose. It's gonna be like this. So 2 pieces for the nose. You could like get a template somewhere online, or you can just be creative and draw whatever you want and plan out. You can even like draw some cool things like ears and stuff. So you can also copy me and like draw this scary sharp teeth face. So let's get started to the fun part already. There you go. You'll want to like get a Sharpie. There it is. And after I move my equipment again and go into here, you want to trace with your marker. If you mess up, like I just did, just get some alcohol, spray some on there. And wipe off the marker. After like 30 minutes of struggling, I finally did it. which was a lot of hard work. So now we'll have to carve out the eyes. I mean, not carve, but trace out the eyes like this, and then flip it, and like this. And then the nose will just be really easy. And there we go. I finally traced out this stupid pumpkin. Now let's throw this out, and then start actually carving it. So let's first look at the tools that we have in here. We have this weird butt tool with a circle to like cut out eyes and stuff probably. And then this is the common tool that we're gonna use to actually cut through the pumpkin, this saw. And then this thing with like this thing, and then this thing for poking the pumpkin. And then a smaller butthole. Then this thing for poking. The pumpkin doesn't like that. And then also this thing, maybe to cut skin off the pumpkin. Next, we have this thing similar to this thing, and then also this thing, which is similar to that thing. Then we have some more saws for like poking holes, drilling out holes. Then we have this thing. I mean, I probably won't use this, especially this is kind of useless, I think, because it's not sharp, but it looks cool. Now we have this thing to slush out the guts of the pumpkin. Then we have this thing. Then we have this thing. Isn't this exciting? And then this poker. So now let's start with the saw, I guess, and start cutting out the eyes maybe, because that's usually where people start. So let's cut out the eyes. Also, when you cut out the eyes, don't pause and start cutting them out yet. When you cut them out, try to get them out in one piece and save them. Put them onto the side when you're done. If you're going to be using this type, of course, you can save the mouth too, because we're going to cut pieces out of the eyes and like put them in the holes. You'll see what I mean. So I guess another 10 hours of struggling. Here's a demonstration. Oh, that was satisfying. So here's the eye, and you'll that's where these tools come in handy. Probably this one. So that's where this tool comes in handy. So you poke out this part and like spin it around, and you take out the eye, and then you put it back in here. So just these parts, you don't throw them away. You set it apart. One more time. Pop. There it is. The eye. Look at all those guys inside. That was so fun. Now let's see if I can take the mouth out all in one piece. Oops. Oh, there's one piece. So this, I guess I can just throw away because I don't need it. And then this piece, oh, it's almost coming out in one piece. Oh, that's coming out in one piece. There we go. All of that just spilled on my floor and on my pants. This is not fun. Okay, so we can't really get a good look at it because it's just kind of dirty. So let's rub all this off. I like the sound of it. And probably also some alcohol. And all the pumpkin juice just went all across the entire pumpkin. There's still some Sharpie on the pumpkin, so I'll have to take care of that and also like finish up and make it look good. Maybe like do this, cut at an angle over here so then the eye looks bigger, things like that. Make a more sharp cut, get all the insides out and push them into the pumpkin. So this is the time that you should be cleaning up the pumpkin. After doing some work, I'm actually pretty satisfied on how it looks. It looks pretty good, but it still looks a bit crooked. So now is the time to carve out the top of the pumpkin. Make here, I'll put the camera up. Make a neat circle over here on the top, like that. So then we can scoop out the things on the inside. So then we can put a light in there, and so the mouth looks a little bit better. And the eyes, of course, they look a little bit wonky. So let's cut this part out. Maybe like a circle where you can easily reach your hand in with some tools. If you don't have this this scooping tool, scooping tool, you can like use your hands, which is the best option. I'm gonna be definitely using my hands and the scooper to like dig in there. You can maybe even use a shovel if that works. So I'm gonna start carving it out. And when you're somewhere close to almost cutting out the top right here, make like a triangle or something, or like a shape, just so the pumpkin stays, just so the top of the pumpkin stays in the position that it should be. What I mean is, I'm struggling again. Make like a triangle on the top here, and let's actually see if we can take it out. Oh yeah, we sure can. So when you always put the top back in, you don't like put it in here, so it doesn't spin around. That's the point of the triangle. So now we'll have to take out the insides of the pumpkin. Now, you know that this is gonna get messy. That's why I'm doing it outside. It's gonna be messy when you're taking the stuff out, unless you're not a human. So I'm gonna be doing it right here outside, and I recommend you to do it somewhere outside too. And also a trash bag if you don't like pumpkin guts all over your freshly cut lawn. So I took out all the insides from the pumpkin, and also that big gap between this. I went on the other side of the house to get the garden hose to rinse out the pumpkin, to like use water to rinse it out. I recommend you to do that too. So here it is. And if you can hear me right now, I actually like the way it looks. So all we need to do now is to put this thing on the top, and then I'll go back inside to do the next part of the video. Okay, now we're back inside after taking out the insides of the pumpkin. There's still a little bit of water in there, but I can soak that up with a paper towel. Let's actually do that. Okay, there we go. So I really like the way this pumpkin looks. And now the last, I think, step, almost maybe last step, is remember those eyes parts that we saved? Those are to see, we have these butt tools which we can use to poke through and like make a you know what I mean. So we're actually gonna use these. So let's. So if you don't have this, maybe you can like use your imagination and maybe like use like a knife or something, and maybe use the saw to cut out a circle. You can do that, but I'm gonna use this since I have it. There we go. And it seems to have broken. Actually, it is like in there, so I won't be able to get it out. So maybe I should use my saw to get it out. Well, I guess that's not coming out. I wish I could take this off. I don't think I can. Well, now there's a bunch of pumpkin inside. And this part of the eye is ruined. So I may just have to use the saw. I'm kind of disappointed. So now use your saw to cut out, or your knife to cut out a circular cylinder in the shape of this. So then we can put it in, but don't put it in yet, because there's another step. So I finally did it. This is what it should look like. I got the top of the eye part, and I cut out a circle with the top skin on it, and I decided that it maybe looks better with the skin on it, or maybe it looks better the other way around. I don't know, maybe it looks better the other way around. So let's make it more circular so we can fit it in there good. So there we go. We can just put it in there and like make sure it's in there good. And we can also use this small hole tool to punch through a hole to make the eye look even better. And maybe that's what I should do. Look, I made a hole in the eye. So now, the pumpkin looks good. Now we just need the other part. So I'm gonna use this eye to cut out a neat little circle. And now the other eye is ready. So let's again use this strategy to use this poke tool to cut out a little circle. There we go. And then we stick it in. This eye is actually a little harder to put in. Let's adjust it a little bit. There we go. Maybe now it's gonna fit. Okay, it fits a little bit better, but I'm gonna adjust it even more. what I'm doing is I'm digging inside this so it can fit in better. Okay, now it fits good. So that is our pumpkin. It kind of looks a little wonky. Looks like it's wearing glasses. But I guess it's good like that. So this is the pumpkin ready. You're probably watching this before you did the pumpkin, so look closely at what you need to do. Also, I should have said this in the beginning of the video, but I have these in the pumpkin carving kit, these templates of the pumpkins. It says Happy Halloween, which you can put on your pumpkin if you want. So here's a pumpkin face template. This could give you an idea. It honestly, I think mine looks better than this. Then there's just some stickers. Actually, those are tattoos. Then there's this weird pumpkin. I've seen one of those pumpkin ideas where they have a pumpkin in here, like the big pumpkin is eating the little pumpkin. So that's another idea. Then there's this pumpkin face. Then there's this. Then there's this more classic pumpkin. And then another pumpkin, which looks like it has brick teeth. And then my favorite pumpkin template, which I kind of used to make the eyes. There it is. Then there's also this, which just is a picture. And then a bat, if you want to put a bat on your pumpkin. So here it is. I really like the way it looks. Now all we need is to put a little candle in there. Maybe like a fake one, but I don't think we have fake ones. Oh, I just saw that the eye came out. So maybe I should do a life hack on a way so it won't come out. Maybe like put a stick up in there. But anyways, this is an idea of what you can do to make your Halloween pumpkin. I hope you enjoyed the video, and please subscribe if you enjoyed and like the video. Leave some comments on what you think if YouTube doesn't turn them off, and bye for now.